Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Moments in the Word. It is so good to be with you. Kim and I took a day or two to get out of town and just go relax and get on a date and enjoy ourselves. And we came down to Beaufort, North Carolina. We're actually staying one of the beautiful little inns that are here. This is the channel that comes up behind me here, beautiful place. But you know, today we're having gale winds, and I mean they're blowing pretty hard off the coastline. And matter of fact, they've got gale wind warnings. And you know, as I was watching that, how the wind is just I mean, it's whistling, it's blowing, it is moving some things. And it reminded me of one of the things that is symbolic of the wind is the Holy Spirit of God. You know, this is what Jesus said about the Holy Spirit in reference to being like the wind. In John 3:8, it said, "The wind blows where it wishes, and the sound of it, but you cannot tell from where it comes or where it's going. So is everyone that is born of the Spirit." Now listen to this again. The wind blows where it wishes. It's going where it wishes. Now, that doesn't mean the Holy Spirit goes on his own. He always goes as he's sent by the Father. But he's going from one place to another. He says, and you hear the sound of it. You know, I can hear the sound. I can hear it whistling. Matter of fact, it's blowing against our door. And there's a little bit of whistle there. And we can hear that. Probably going to make me sleep good tonight. But you can hear it. You can hear the trees rustling. You can hear the flags popping behind us back here. And it goes on to say, but you cannot tell where it's coming from or even where it's going by seeing, by the physical. So is everyone that is born of the Spirit of God. When the Spirit comes in, we can't see where it's coming in it, but we know that it does. Now, Jesus here is using the wind as a metaphor, an example to kind of help us to see how the Holy Spirit moves in our lives, that he is unpredictable, just like the wind. He's mysterious. You don't ever know when the wind's going to blow, when it's not. The weather people can tell us, but you know, at the same time, it can be worse, it can be less. You know, we see the trees move and have an area, an idea of which way it's coming from, but then that tree might blow the other way. So it can be twisting around and moving, and that's the way the Holy Spirit does. He's unpredictable. He is often mysterious in his nature, but you know, he moves at the Father's will, and he moves. I'm going to say it again, and he moves. The Holy Spirit will always be moving for those who are desiring to have an encounter with God or the Holy Spirit of God. You know, the wind is a symbol of the Holy Spirit of God, his power and his presence. And now, while we don't physically see it, my friends, we can feel the effects of it. We can see the effects of it. I can't see the wind behind me, but I can watch the generators on these boats. Those wheels are just spinning and they get faster, then they slow down. I can watch the bushes moving back and forth. You know, it is the same in people's lives. As a pastor, I can watch. I can't always tell where the Spirit's coming, but I can watch him. I can see the effects that it has on people's lives. A changed, transformed life is the blowing of the Holy Spirit, that wind that comes forth. Miracles are brought forth by the Holy Spirit coming in at a situation that's been prayed about, one that's been fasted over, one that's been expected in faith. The Holy Spirit comes in through that, through our faith, through our prayers, and he begins to do miracles. That is the wind blowing of the Holy Spirit. Also the anointed preaching and teaching. You know, I've heard a lot of preachers and teachers in my life, and you can always tell the ones who have the Holy Spirit blowing into their life, blowing into their hearts and their minds, and they're committed to it, and the Spirit is moving through them, speaking the words of truth through them that people need to hear. Then there is the conviction of sin, that the Spirit comes in and convicts us of our need to turn away from sin by the power of the Word and the Spirit who wants to help us. But he also convicts us for righteousness, to do the right thing. And that is to be righteous, letting Jesus be Lord of our life and letting him lead us, because it's not our righteousness, it is his righteousness. It is the producing of spiritual fruit, the love, the joy, the peace. It is also the producing of the spiritual gifts being manifested that we also find that Paul spoke about. My friends, all of these things are movements of the Holy Spirit as a wind coming in. My friends, We are seeing, we are sensing, and we can feel. Now, you can't see him physically, but you can see the effects. And if you're not seeing it, if you're not sensing it, if you're not feeling it, then chances are we're not yielded. We're not fully yielded, because my friends, when you yield to the Holy Spirit, when you deny yourself and take up your cross and you follow Jesus, and you are filled with the Spirit of God that has been given to you as a gift, and you are in that Word, you are in prayer, you are in church, you are listening, you are praying, you are praising, you are worshiping, you're giving God thanks, I want to promise you, the Spirit, you will sense the wind of the Holy Spirit. You will see the effects in your life. You will see the power. You will know the presence of the Holy Spirit. Just as I look around, I can see what that wind is doing. I don't see where it's coming from, but I can see the effects. But if we don't see the effects, if we don't sense it, if we're not feeling it in our spirit, then chances are we're not fully connected. Because when you yield to the Holy Spirit, you are going to see. And my friends, I believe as the coming of Jesus gets nearer, we're going to see greater storms of the Spirit. The wind blowing like we've got gale winds today. There's going to be gale winds in your spirit, moving, stirring, encouraging, lifting, correcting. It's going to be doing some powerful things. Let me tell you, when wind comes, who knows better than the folks on eastern North Carolina on the coastline? When hurricanes come, we know the damage that the wind can do. And I'm going to tell you something. When the Holy Spirit starts blowing, it does damage to that flesh. It destroys that flesh so that the Spirit can have His way and we can encounter God. So I encourage you today, let the wind, pray for the wind of the Holy Spirit to blow through your heart, to blow through your mind, to blow through your life and transform you into everything God desires for you. My friend, it is an awesome thing. I experience it every day. I talk to the Spirit every day. I listen to what He's got to say. Don't get me wrong, I'm still growing, I'm still maturing, but when I don't sense the Spirit blowing, then that tells me Glenn needs to get quiet. I need to yield. I need to get into that Word. I need to get into prayer, because I don't ever want to be without the blowing of the wind of the Holy Spirit in my life, and I know you don't either. God bless y'all. Have an awesome weekend, and we'll be back with you soon.